Leave them to me. Shine down! Now you shall perish!
Huh? What's wrong with A?
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one go, no?
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply conserving my energy. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at any time. I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to face them.
Ah, makes sense! Spoken like a seasoned shogun. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need to tell the Yashiro Commission about this. Hey, the same light is leaking out again!
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like this guy's talking about 500 years ago, too.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. He is a tea master and a member of my retinue. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in all of Inazuma.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune to be in Your Excellency's presence long enough to become acquainted with all the skills that are required of me. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. But please, sit and rest. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Oh, yeah. Sheesh. There's monsters everywhere out there. And lots of people have been injured.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided to stay. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories, I've been blind for many years, but took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced countless wonderful things in life and have no reason not to be satisfied.
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. Ah, what a pity. I'll never get to see what Inazuma looks like after the almighty Shogun rebuilds it anew. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now, but to me, it went dark a long time ago. Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. So... Oh, good. The almighty Shogun come. One moment, I'll just... Really? But it's always been right by my... I couldn't possibly have my guests...
Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No.
This place is... Leave it to us.
But I can't decide whether it's a final regret.
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most...
I'm also feeling very nostalgic.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. I'll fetch that for you right away. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer...
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious thing, they are similar. When you came charging into the plane now,
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream and ambition is a yearning for something material or a concrete outcome. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first...
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto... I didn't understand at the time. How can we... I suppose what it comes down to. Yes, it does. I always thought that in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was... on the...
Do you feel you're starting to understand?
You have already witnessed my previous view, but now... I know...
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as...
It's all good, sir.
Let us return. We ought not...
Right now. Emerge. Right now. A sight to behold. Right here. Right now. Emerge.
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long.
So, we didn't even have a chance to...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. Well, this chance won't come often. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. The tea is ready. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure. You're right. But the things I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune-sai. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably. The events of 500 years ago. Not...
She died in that disaster?
Yes. She went to Konria alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar... But this time, the circumstances were so grave that, yes, she had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So all I could do was enter into... It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Konria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity.
That's quite a...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree... That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter of... No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly. In the end, I simply had to accept with the help of the sacred sakura's power. I was fine.
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. She had such... I once told myself that I would never speak of the... But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue... Once. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in...
Sister? You mean to say that she was somehow involved in...
Based on what we've learned so far?
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the... And also... So...
Oh, well, boy.
With this last cup of tea? Thank you, Destiny.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey!
Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Inazuma! shines eternal! There is no escape! Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just we'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too! Are you injured, Your Excellency?
I'm quite all right.
We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men! They're coming back for more!
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up...
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we...
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times is the moment for us to...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've... Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has... This hope is the light that will guide us out.
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your back.
Protect the Almighty Shogun!
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Right here. Right now. No more games.
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay? Maybe you should keep resting.
I'm fine. I feel much better already.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, it'll be more than a few Rift Hounds this time. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City, and regroup with the
When everyone sees the Almighty Shogun safely
Well, what are you...
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any...
Just leave it to us. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. No matter what kind of threat faces Inazuma,
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my...
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never die. With you leading us, we will claim back everything that he...
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But indwelling the result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few...
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think just like that samurai. That I was... But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are... As the Raiden Shogun they revere.
Well said. Sounds...
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time. No matter how long it takes. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work.
Alrighty then, let's... He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon... She seems to have changed a... Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up! What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation... No need. She is... I need to go to the cave.
Why?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into... We're finally here.
Whoa! Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
This is a place I once sealed off. It looks like she will...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Follow me.
Where are we go? Paimon! Whoa. This place... Look! Look over there! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice!
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to... You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors. and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted.
Wait. The atmosphere. Are you,
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the show, as she indicates. Once I started entertaining the idea of change, but inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has a pay showdown with the Shogun?
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the I would not try to change her.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for Ina's...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It inherits A's pain. The pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves. Every action undertaken is for the sake of determination, courage, love. Only rules shall remain. Those were my thoughts when I created. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no You wish to make yourself my and I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Right an A! In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Pathetic. Shine down! Insolent! The eye sweeps the land! Inazuma shines eternal! The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Now you shall perish! Weak. Pathetic. Illusion shattered! Weak. Your verdict is decided. There is no escape! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Shattered. Inazuma shines eternal! Be gone! There is no escape! Pathetic. The eye sweeps the lands! Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Inferior. Illusion shattered! Lightning falls on the land of eternity! Insolent! Inferior! There is no escape! Shine down! This ends now. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's.
Then, does that mean this is...
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be... If I don't do this, the Shogun's rule... This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last. Months, years, centuries. And no matter how many times we must fight. 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices. It is about time that I learn. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke, I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall, during my absence, I place everything in Miko's hand.
But this...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might not... Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her with... Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A. Oh, but we also can't... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Who knows if she really understands...
Whenever you are troubled.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was any...
But you're always...
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpick.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, to palm Inazuma, impossibly stubborn, jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very... You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start rushed into it without thinking? Well, so you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some...
Is she playing dumb?
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter, all I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from what I've heard, it's a little different.
Because Raiden Makoto is...
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll... First things first. Now then, I always have my ways. It's to the outsider. The realm of consciousness is a very abstract... In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact space...
So, it's abstract, but...
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way... This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you play...
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine! Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. I see. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinary. By the way, Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wish. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
How can this... You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And this is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were over countless battles. Not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the ocean and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yes, you have endured. I will endure forever! Shine down! There is no escape! In my hand! Illusion shattered! Erase all breaths! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Perish! Inferior! Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Inferior! This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps Makoto got a higher power involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness.
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted there.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot—
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted, and obviously I played my— It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that moment you re-entered it. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your at that time. I could sense A's whereabouts. Suffice to say, a whole new dimension to our search. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most— The flow of turbulence may well have been Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to—
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. My first thought was, has a great but it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks. My body has fully recovered, and the
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really— After all, you saw—
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I'll be fine. It brought a few— I have to say, this has reminded me once again, she even factored my immaturity. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma find Makoto and you are Inazuma's
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's—
Makoto said the exact—
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. I don't doubt that many challenges I'm looking forward